All right, thanks, guys. Yeah, so saw something interesting over the summer. Yeah, you remember over the summer when there was a serial killer in Long Island that got caught? Yeah, you know what I found out? Apparently that guy is an architect and used to do construction jobs with my dad. Yeah. And this is how my dad responded when he found out. He said, "Wow, small world." I'm like, "That's it?" That's all you gotta say? And he looks at me and goes, "Well, what do you want me to say?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know. How about you act a little bit more shocked and do more extensive background checks on these people before you get involved in business with some people. I like, that's all you gotta really do." And he just goes, "Look, I made my money and we were done." I'm like, "Well, I gotta admire that business acumen. I'm not gonna lie." It's a good mindset of a businessman. No, but I'll never forget, like, the only thing he told me about him was, like, look, the only thing I remember about him was we had to stop working together because it was his way or the highway. And I'm like, "Dad, that was a sign. That was a clear sign." I'm pretty sure he said that to each victim. I'm pretty sure he said that. It's like, how did you not pick that up? Yeah, also over the summer I met my cousin's new girlfriend. And here's the thing, he's in his like mid to late 30s and his girlfriend's 23, and you gotta ask, like, "Oh my God, is your cousin a Wall Street guy?" No, he's not. No, he met this girl DJing at a bar in Seaside Heights, New Jersey. Yeah, that's the kind of level of white trash I'm related to. Yeah, so this is how my cousin described his girlfriend to me. He said, "Yeah, I know she's a little young for me, but she does have a disabled kid and she's a Giants fan, so it balances." I'm like, "How does that balance? How does that balance out with the age difference?" It's like, disabled kid, like, you live in a trailer in your parents' backyard. You're not ready for a kid who isn't disabled. Be honest with yourself right here. And also, Giants fan, like, have you met a football fan? A second kickoff happens, we are not smart individuals. Like, I don't know how you're balancing this out in your head. Yeah, so I found out a couple weeks ago what movie character I relate to the most. And it's not good. I will tell you this, it's not good. I always wanted to be as cool as Han Solo, and it turns out I'm the drunk cowboy from Back to the Future 3. Like, that's what I relate to the most. Because I was watching it a couple of weeks ago, and like, I get to that scene where they're in that saloon and Doc Brown is explaining to these cowboys what cars are. He's like, "Oh, people are gonna drive these automobiles? Are you telling me people aren't gonna run anymore?" And he's like, "No, they're gonna run, but they're gonna run for fun." "Oh, they're gonna run for fun? Now I know you're pulling my leg." And I'm like, that's the most relatable thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Running for fun? Like, it's 2023 and I still don't understand that concept. Like, I don't look like the guy that runs for fun. Like, I grew up thinking Red Lobster was fancy. So, like, obviously I'm not the kind of guy to go out for a jog. It's like, "Oh, we're going to a strip mall in Jersey for crab legs? What are we celebrating tonight? What are we celebrating?" Yeah, so, I do got weird issues with myself, if you couldn't tell. Yeah. I don't read well. Okay, a lot of you could already tell. I can tell when every time I say that and people don't laugh, they're like, "Yeah, we know you don't read well." We can tell by your voice and the accent that comes out. No, but I know I don't read well, and here's how I know I don't read well, was I'm on YouTube and I get an ad for a Slavic dating site, and their big hook was "Date a Slav today," and I thought it said slave. Like, I was like, damn, this human trafficker does not give a fuck. Like, goddamn. I thought what Andrew Tate did was bad, ordering a pizza. This guy took out a $10 public ad. Like, I don't think he knows what he's getting himself into. I don't think he does. Yeah, I am on a lot of dating. Well, not really a lot. I am on dating apps, and like, I sometimes just don't use them for a while, so they try to send you ads to get you using them again. And the dating app Bumble just basically says whatever the fuck comes to their mind. Like, they don't care what they say. Cause here's an ad that I got for Bumble to get me to use it again. It said, "Send a love letter and make a black woman smile." And I'm like, that's very specific. That is really specific. on what you're asking me to do. And the weird thing is, I got this at the end of February this year. So I'm like, really? Is this how you want to end Black History Month? Is this how you want to end it, Bumble? Yeah, and what's funny was a couple of days after I got that, I travel a lot for work, so I'm entering this building and I'm opening a door for an old black woman with a cane, and she looks at me and says, "Oh, thank you, sir. God bless you." And I said, "You know what, Bumble? That counts. Like, I'm not gonna send a love letter like you asked me to." But I did make a black woman smile, and I think that's what you wanted me to do. It's like, this is close enough. Yeah, so I got a younger sister. She's 15 years old. Yeah, so I know she's gonna start dating soon, and I'm not mentally prepared for it because I struggle with dating, and I just can't let this girl one-up me. Like, that's all it really is. It's not about the guy she's gonna bring home. It's like, I just don't want Christmas to be awkward. That's all it really is. Like, I already got one younger sister that's getting married next year, so I'm on thin ice with some aunts and uncles. I'm already there. Like, if my youngest sister starts dating, I got like an aunt or an uncle look at me like, "Well, she figured it out. You, I don't know. I just don't want my sister to talk to me like my friends do now, like that are in relationships. Like, I don't want them to talk to me like that. Like I don't want a teenage girl to look at me and go, "Hey, you'll figure it out." Like, it's like, trust me, when things align, they align, and I'm like, no, I don't want to hear this anymore. I'm tired of that logic. Yeah, I do. If there's one thing I noticed with struggling with dating is that I like, the worst thing a woman has ever told me was that I'm a great guy. That's the worst thing a woman's ever told me, was that I'm a great guy, because it's never followed up by anything good. Yeah, it's always it's you're a great guy, but, and then something wrong with you. It's always in that specific order. It's like, look, you're great, but it's just, I don't know. I want to meet a woman who will giggle and call me an ass. That's what I'm looking for in my life. Because at least at that moment, I'll know I'm a great guy. At least that's how I'll know. Yeah. Well, yeah, like, I also just, like, even today, like, I just don't want my mom to call me handsome anymore. I don't want that. Nothing's a bigger cock block than my mom calling me handsome. Like, I'm pretty sure a few guys have related to that over the years. I'm pretty sure you have. And if you're not agreeing with me, you're lying to yourself. Trust me. You are lying to yourself. No, but, like, I've never been in a bar where a woman looks at me and goes, no, and I'm like, well, that's not what my mom said. Like, according to her, she thinks I'm handsome. I don't know why you two aren't seeing eye to eye on the subject matter. No, but like, dude, but like, even as like a teenager, like, compliments from older women were always a big always threw me off. Like, it always threw me off. Cause I remember my prom night, like, as I was leaving, I had an old neighbor, and she's like, "Oh, John, you look so handsome," and then my mom's like, "Oh, he doesn't want to be called handsome, apparently." And then she tells my mom, "Well, every young boy deserves to be called handsome," and I'm just have this look like, well, now I'm not getting laid tonight. You've set everything in motion. Like, that's what it is. Like, I'm pretty sure if I was actually getting laid, then I would know I'm handsome. Like, I'm pretty sure that's how that's gonna work. I'm pretty sure that's how that works, I guess. Alright, well, we're about to wrap up soon, so I'm gonna leave you with one more thing. We're trying to do, I know like Hollywood's trying to do more diversity in movies. I don't really care because of the fact that I don't really watch most of the stuff they're trying to diversify. I just think if you're gonna do it, you gotta make the story sound, like, you gotta make sure the story, like, still intact, you know what I mean? Cause I remember this when they started doing this. They did a Black Cinderella in 1997. They did one in 1997, and that was the only black woman who lived in the entire village. And I'm like, well, did you really need to make every woman try on a shoe? You know what she looks like. Like, it's like, you didn't need to make every woman try on a shoe. You could have just went, okay, not you, not you, not you, not you. This should be the easiest game of Where's Waldo. This should be the easiest one. All right, you guys have been fun. Thanks.